Good afternoon, and thank you for coming to today's webinar. Today we have Trent McCall from BYU Independent Study who's going to be leading the webinar for today. Just a couple of housekeeping items. On the right hand of your screen, you're going to see a box that says handouts. Feel free to download the PDF of the PowerPoint that you're going to see today. And then all attendees are in listen only mode. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the question box, also on the right hand of your screen, and Trent will be happy to answer those at the end of the webinar. With that, I'm just going to make Trent the presenter and we will get going.
Awesome. Thank you, Corey, and hello, everybody. Thanks for attending today, and I am appreciative to SSDA for allowing me the opportunity to kind of show you what we have going. I'm excited about being able to help and support you in what you're trying to do. And so it's a crazy time right now, and we're, kind of living in some strange times, and we're all just trying to manage this and get through it and do it the best we can. And hopefully today I can bring about some opportunities for you to be able to help with your students, to be able to help navigate the difficult time that you may be experiencing right now. And together we can come up with some solutions, and certainly work together to make it a better transition for all of us. Today I don't want to take a ton of your time, but I just kind of wanted to go over some things that we have going at BYU Independent Study, and kind of let you know as we transition into summer, as we go from summer to fall, there are a lot of questions out there on how and what we're going to be doing. And so I will kind of give you an idea of what's going on with BYU, and certainly answer any questions that you may have and see if there's any way that we can be of service to you and support to you. So one of the things that we've had going since about, man, it was just kind of just after the new superintendent's conference that this kind of all hit. And we went to our learning management system provider, who is Agilix Buzz, and we went to them and came up and are working with them we started this partnership to be able to provide free content to schools. So, and now that's probably the majority of the United States that have been shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But we've come and we've had the ability to offer free courses. So we have in the the Buzz LMS platform, we provide courses at no charge for districts and schools who are looking to continue instruction with their students. The way that this works is we provide the curriculum to the schools, and the teachers of the schools can then pick up kind of where they left off in their instruction and continue with the students and instructing them. And so we have over 100 courses that are available to those teachers to teach, and there's still an opportunity if there are those straggling students or there's a straggling need out there. There's still an opportunity to jump on this, because it'll still be available for about another month and a half. So the students will have until June 30th of 2020 to complete those courses. And so if you do have a need, definitely let us know and we can quickly get that set up for you so that you're able to have some sort of continuity with that instruction and helping those students out. This will work what we've done is we've come up with, and in the next slide I'll kind of explain it a little more, but it's our Publish Anywhere platform. So this will work you can either use the Buzz platform that we can provide for you, or if you currently have your own LMS that has LTI compatibility, we can put those courses into that LMS for you to facilitate. As we are transitioning from now until the summer, as I'm having these kind of meetings all over the country with people and with superintendents all over the country, one of the things that is a big concern for those superintendents is what they used to have in the summertime is no longer available. A lot of them are having to shut down their summer schools. They're having to look elsewhere for options. And so I just kind of wanted to bring in what options that we have here with BYU Independent Study. So we have our high school suite, which is our curriculum program. It's our curriculum provided to the schools or districts, and the schools and districts will then use their teachers to facilitate and teach the students. With this high school suite, we have our Publish Anywhere program, which is what I was explaining a little bit earlier, where we can take our curriculum and we can put that curriculum into an LMS. If you currently have an LMS that you're using, Schoology, Canvas, Blackboard, Jupyter, there are several out there. There are a lot out there actually. And we can take our curriculum and it transitions very, very nicely into those platforms through our Publish Anywhere tool. The only thing is the LMS does have to have LTI compatibility. And so that's something you might want to check with your, I do know that the ones that I mentioned do have the LTI compatibility, but you might want to check with your IT person on whether or not your LMS has that. But if it does have that, it'll go right into the LMS platform, and it will eliminate any extra logistical things that the student has to do by logging into one more system, that kind of a thing, by just being able to log into your current LMS. So we have, through our high school suite, to be able to give our curriculum to you through whatever LMS you're using. The second thing is credit recovery courses. We have, through our high school suite curriculum, mastery-based courses that your students will be able to take, and theoretically, they have the opportunity to finish the course quicker as long as they can demonstrate mastery in the standards that are set in the objectives of the lessons and of the units and stuff like that. So before each unit, there's a formative assessment that will determine whether or not the student can demonstrate that mastery. If they demonstrate mastery, then any lesson that they've been able to demonstrate mastery in will be, it's not hidden, but it's excused from them having to do it. They can still see it, they can still study from it, things like that, but theoretically they can get through the course a little bit quicker if they've finished it. The other thing that's really nice about the high school suite is you have complete control over the curriculum. You can edit the curriculum, you can standardize the curriculum for a student. You might have students that have an IEP that you need to meet, and so you can set up a section specifically for those students. You can personalize the studying for that student and things like that through the high school suite. You have complete and total control over that curriculum. You have the flexibility to use it how you want. If you felt like the student only needed a few lessons to be able to finish out their course, then you can create a section so that there are just a couple of sections for that student to finish. So there's a lot of flexibility with this. We offer all of this for the schools to be able to utilize on their own and kind of just take it. Once it's there, you can go with it and run with it. So we have the credit recovery, and then we also have, you can utilize any of the original credit stuff that we have. You know, if your students need to accelerate or are looking for more to do over the course of the summer, then, being able to set up an accelerated program for your students is also there through the original credit, the blended learning, things like that. So it's a really powerful way to continue instructing your students and helping them through the summer. Then, of course, we have our BYU independent study online courses that a student, maybe there's not the teaching resource there to be able to utilize and have them teach the curriculum. So we always have our BYU independent study online courses. And one thing that we do for the SSDA community is we offer a voucher for any student that belongs to an SSDA district. So I was negligent to put the current voucher on there, but it's through the end of June, and that code is SSDA 1920, and that will provide a discount for any student that may need a course. And we'll start next year's voucher in August, and but for this year, that's what the code is. It's SSDA 1920, and your students can, of course, utilize our teachers and all the programs that we have here to be able to take those courses also. So we have those summertime options, and now certainly we have to look at what's going to be happening next year and what that transition is going to look like. Corey and I were talking before the beginning of this webinar. Nobody really knows what we're expecting. I have a lot of meetings with superintendents that just don't know how they're going to go about next year. A lot of them are looking at flipping their classrooms, where for the fall they're going to have students attend in the morning and then some students attend in the evening. Other districts are looking at a model where half the students will come Monday, Wednesday, the other half will come Tuesday, Thursday, and everybody's online on Friday. Others are just looking at doing it online, or just those that opt to not attend school physically, having options for them online and having them. So planning for next year is a real tricky thing, and being able to know and understand what is going to happen. And a lot of us, we don't know what the next academic year is going to look like. And so we want to make sure that we're there to support any of the SSDA districts and help them with any needs that they may have. We certainly feel that online is going to be a necessity for the time being anyway. And so we want to be there to support you. We want to be able to help you with that. And we also want to make sure that you have all of the instructional resources that you need to have a successful learning experience for your students. So, we're here for you. Like I said, we want to support you. The costs are extremely reasonable on these things. For the time being, we have some free courses, things like that. And when that resource runs out, I can assure you that we have some very cost-effective ways to help you out with your students. And so with that, I've kind of presented what we have going on. I'm just going to go ahead and open this up to any of the questions that might be out there, and any help that I can provide that way.
Excellent. Well, as I had mentioned before, on the right-hand side of your screen, there is a question box, so feel free to type your questions in there. We don't have any just yet, but we can give everybody a couple of minutes to type in any questions they may have. Trent, as we're waiting for questions to come in, is there anything else you want to add to kind of wrap things up?
Well, I think the only thing is we really do want to be able to support those programs out there, these districts, and so if you have anything that's even an idea, maybe it doesn't even fall within what we're talking about here, please feel free to reach out to us and bounce ideas off of us. And you know, we would love to be able to work with you in any way. Even if you didn't use any of the BYU stuff, that, you know, we're happy to help talk through situations. We're happy to put you in contact with other schools that might be having success, or, you know, things like that. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you know, our program doesn't necessarily work for you, but we just, you know, we want to make sure that all the districts do have what they're in need of.
Excellent, and we appreciate that. So it does not look like we have any questions at this time, but if you have any questions after this session, you can always email me at corrie@ssda.org, and I'll be happy to put you in touch with Trent and forward him any of your questions. Excellent. Well, thank
Absolutely.
you, Trent, so much for your time today. Thank you so much for this great webinar.
Thank
And
you.
thank you to everybody who attended. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Corey. We appreciate it too. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Everyone have a great day.